Hello and welcome to the show today. I am Hari.
And I'm Kimi. Today we are traveling back to 1995 to discuss Mariah Carey's classic track Forever from her truly iconic album Daydream. It is a sentimental pop and rock ballad that took many music fans and critics by surprise.
It really did. Columbia Records released it as the album's fifth single to American radio stations on June 18, 1996. What makes it unique is its throwback style. While Mariah was dominating the charts with modern rhythm and blues fusion and massive adult contemporary ballads, Forever looked backward, drawing heavily on 1950s and 60s doo-wop. It was composed as a sentimental waltz, which is quite rare for pop music.
Exactly. It's in 12/8 time at 63 beats per minute, creating that triplet-heavy, slow dance feel from a 1959 prom. Mariah co-produced it with Walter Afanasieff, who handled keyboards, synth bass, and drum programming. Dan Huff added guitar, while Dan Shea and Gary Ciramelli did additional programming. The lyrics, written solely by Carey, reflect on continuing to love someone after a very difficult heartbreak of a past romantic relationship together.
The emotional weight of the lyrics is matched by her vocal performance. Her voice spans over 2 octaves, from a low E-flat 3 to a high F-sharp 5. Music critics gave her delivery positive reviews. Nick Creven of The Spectator noted that Forever helped her move beyond what he called the Barbie doll plasticity of her early days, showcasing real human emotion through a truly soul-stirring and beautiful vocal performance.
The song's composition received high praise as well. Critics pointed out how well it captured that retro aesthetic. Some compared the prominent chord changes to the Motown sound, while others felt the lush string arrangements resembled the 1959 classic Theme from a Summer Place. Salvatore Caputo compared its dramatic structure to Roy Orbison's music, and Rick Mitchell called it a highly successful interpretation of an old-fashioned and emotional R&B ballad.
The recording process was also incredibly top-tier. It was engineered at Wally World and the Hit Factory in New York by Jay Healy and Dana John Chappelle, with assistant engineers Andy Smith, Kurt Lundvall, Brian Vibberts, and Mike Scott. It was then mixed by Mick Guzowski and mastered by Bob Ludwig. You can really hear that high-level New York studio polish in the final mix. It sounds incredibly warm and lush. It does, but not every critic was sold. Some felt it was a throwaway album track compared to other masterpieces on Daydream. Troy L. Smith of Cleveland.com thought it paled in comparison to singles like One Sweet Day or Open Arms. Interestingly, Mariah herself admitted on social media in 2015 that she wasn't originally a huge fan of the song, but it has grown on her over the passing years.
That is such a candid admission. Now, let's talk about its unique release. Columbia Records sent Forever to American pop, rhythmic, and adult contemporary radio stations in June 1996. However, they did not release it as a commercial retail single in the United States, Canada, or Japan. Back then, Billboard rules stated that without a physical product to buy, a song was ineligible to chart on the main 100 Hot chart.
Right, which is why it never peaked on the Hot 100 itself. Instead, it reached number 9 on the Hot 100 Airplay chart and number 2 on the adult contemporary charts in both the US and Canada. Critics noted this strategy showed Columbia was trying to milk the massive success of Daydream, which had already dominated the top of the charts for 6 months. It was basically a victory lap.
Exactly. Internationally, where it did have a release, it had minor success, reaching the bottom half of the charts in Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. To support the song, Mariah performed it live during her 1996 Daydream World Tour. The official music video was actually filmed during her March performances at the Tokyo Dome in Japan. It combined the live concert footage with the song's original studio audio track.
That video was met with mixed feelings. While fans loved seeing her on stage, critic Emmanuel Hapsis ranked it as the 3rd worst video of her career, calling concert videos lazy in general. But the live audio from that Tokyo Dome show was eventually released as a B-side and later included on her 2020 compilation album, The Rarities, so it still holds a special place for all of her diehard fans.
It really does. Another fun fact, in 2008, Christy Lee Cook, a contestant on Season 7 of American Idol, performed a country-style cover of Forever. Some critics compared her rendition to the style of Faith Hill. It's amazing how a 1950s-style pop waltz sung by an R&B diva can be transformed into a country song. It really shows how versatile the underlying songwriting and chord structure of the track are.
It is incredibly versatile. Whether you see it as an underrated gem or a retro throwback, the song Forever is a beautiful highlight of Mariah Carey's golden era. Thank you for tuning in to today's deep dive into this classic track. We had an absolute blast dissecting it, and we hope you enjoyed learning about its history as much as we did. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and keep listening. I couldn't agree more, Kimi. It is a song that definitely deserves another listen, especially if you appreciate those classic and nostalgic mid-90s production values. Be sure to check out her Tokyo Dome live version, as it really showcases her incredible vocal agility and magnificent stage presence during that legendary era. We will definitely be back very soon with another exciting deep dive into your favorite piece of music history, so definitely stay tuned for that. Have a truly wonderful day ahead. This episode is based on the Wikipedia article, Forever, Mariah Carey Song, which is available under the Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license. This podcast was crafted using artificial intelligence.